Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this morning with Gemma and Fred, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is her ability to understand and respond to her formal obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded in his right hand, which leaves the left hand free to give the correction. And the only correction that we give here at school is a little tug and release on the training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Gemma is going to come home with her very own training collar, and you're going to be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session. Now, the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you, if you notice, she's sitting on Fred's left, is heeling, and heeling is proper walking on a leash, and the command is Gemma heel. At this point, Gemma has a job to do, and that is to stay even with your left leg, not dragging you, not forging ahead or lagging behind, but staying even with you. And each time that you stop walking, if you notice, Gemma has been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for her next command. So this makes walking her in the neighborhood a pleasure and not a drag. Now the next exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is the stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. Now we recommend that you practice this exercise every day, indoors as well as outdoors. When Fred returns back to his dog, he walks all the way around her as an additional distraction, ending up all the way back around to heel position. And she remained seated until he got all the way back to her and told her to heel again. This is going to really work out well for you because you're not going to get dragged all over the place. And believe me, if she thinks she can get away with it, she'll still do it. But now you can see what she's capable of, and you can practice along with your video. Fred's going to leave her in another sit-stay, and remember, these stationary exercises help to develop self-control and maturity, two things that Gemma was sadly lacking when she got here. And this time, instead of returning all the way back around to her, he's going to call her. This is your come on command, and she's to come and sit in front of you, not jump all over you. And then she goes back to heel and back sitting. Perfect. He heels her out of that exercise. We're going to demonstrate the come again for you. She's looking at me. I'm the foster mom around here. Stay. He leaves her in a sit-stay. And remember, you're going to lengthen out your time on these sit-stays. 1 minute working up to 3 minutes. And Fred's going to call her. You lighten your tone of voice. You talk her in. She comes right in and sits. And then she goes back to heel and back sitting. Very good. Now the next exercises that we're going to be demonstrating for you are your down commands. And there are 2 of those. I think that you can see that she's come a long way in a lot of areas, not just her housebreaking. With your dog seated at your left at heel position, you take your left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and give the one-word command to down. And she likes to stretch out on her down commands. She just takes it in. Your down commands are going to be 3 minutes working up to 5 minutes. And again, this is a great exercise to practice right indoors. You don't have to go outside for this. We do it outside because we can show you better. When Fred returns back to her, he walks all the way around her, just as he did on the sit-stay, all the way back around to heel position. At this point, she expects to get another command. So every time you return to that heel position, she expects you to tell her what you want her to do next. Nice automatic sit. Fred gives her a little pat for praise. He's going to do the down command again. That's down from a heel position. And you want to lengthen these out from 3 minutes to 5 minutes. I think I said that already. Fred's going to call her out of that. He talks her in, because coming to you always has to be a good thing. And then she goes back to heel and back sitting. Very good. Now the next exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is your down from a distance. So you're going to have your dog sit and stay. And she's going to do it without Fred. You're going to turn to face her. Fred's walked out to the end of his training leash. He uses his right hand this time to give the command and drops her into a down. That was perfectly done. Now we've demonstrated for you her heeling, her automatic sits, her stays, her down from a distance, and her come. These are the exercises that you're going to be practicing with her when you get her home. She's done a great job. Her housebreaking has been really going well. We've enjoyed having you, and thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.